Welcome to the Beekeepers Oracle, and today we are going to talk about the gift of tomorrow. Now, last time I dropped off of this discussion talking about the fact that people say, tomorrow is not promised. Live life like crazy today because you may not live tomorrow. And that right there is a form of a truth for some people. That is what they believe. That is their reality. And according to what they see in the world and their interpretation of it, that is a truth. So the majority of people live crazy because tomorrow is not promised. They expected to live, but they didn't. But deep down, yeah, it's like 6 o'clock. These guys need to take their ass home, flying these planes and shit. It's so loud. It's time to get off work, dudes. Go home. Get off work. Park the plane and go home. So, I believe I can know. I can know about my life if I choose. But it's a brave action. It's a brave action. Some would say it's an arrogant action. Some would say it's a sinful action to say, I know that I am going to be alive tomorrow. It feels weird to even say it because we have been taught, we have been raised, we have seen it throughout the history books. And then one day this accident happened, right? But when you speak your life, speak over yourself, speak into your life for the things that you want and the things that you value, that does not have to be the case. This is what I believe. This is what I've come to know as a truth. This is what I have come to know as a truth. How? Well, I've decided because I said so. That's how. I'm alive today. Every day I will decide to live. Every day, every night when I go to bed, I will decide that tomorrow I will live. And then when I do that, that means that not only do I make decisions, but choices will be brought to me that will confirm what I know. And I will continually be brought into decisions, into situations that give me life, access to better food, better resources, health, that will allow me to do exactly what I say. That is a truth. And remember, the truth is whatever you believe is true, right? Whatever you believe is true, that is what is true, and that is what will happen. Because for you, that is what is real. And that is life. And even as I say it, I understand that there's a commitment to the understanding of that reality. But the more you commit to knowing this reality, the more power you have in your life, the more powerful you become in your speaking, in your existence, in your stature. When you walk into a room, people will say, "Who? What are they?" Because wow, they emit a frequency, a vibration that is something that I have never experienced. And do you know why? Because they are no longer passengers here just hanging out. They are now the pilot. They're directing their ship. They're not waiting for someone to direct it for them. They're not a victim of a circumstance or a reality. And we're talking about conscious adults, not children who for a time don't have a choice, and so they're at the mercy of the adults in their life. But that is a whole other conversation and topic, because that's the way that humans have been living for quite some time. But can you imagine a world of conscious parents, consciously creating their children, consciously saying, this is my son and my daughter, and they are born and grow, and as they grow, you teach them the nature of their being and what they should have access to and to know and to create their world. And imagine that young children are no longer victims of cruelty and circumstance, but now they also get to be little pilots, little baby pilots, learning what it means to know, not hope, not wish, not pray, but to know, to give the wisdom of what it means to be a human and to have the rites of passage of becoming an adult human. So there's honor and respect and dignity in that. We will have a planet of conscious beings from the children to the adult. But right now, yes, the children are at the mercy of the adults and their thought forms and their thought patterns. Yeah, we choose. They say we choose who our family will be. They say we choose who our parents will be before we get here so that we can learn the lessons of life and do the mission that we've been brought here to do. But we're evolving. We must evolve. We must evolve. Let me rephrase it. Yes, we are evolving, but that sounds passive, like, well, it's just happening because it's happening. But can we be consciously evolving as we become aware of the reality around us and that we are living in the midst of some people's paradise and some people's nightmares? So as we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no evil because we walk in knowing. We walk in knowing. We create our world around us so that we are safe and protected. And then we raise our children into the world so that they too can have this experience as young children and that they grow up into adults to be very powerful and in control of the reality that surrounds them. It is a choice when you become an adult to live a certain way. It is a choice based on what we know. On one hand, yes, it is very sad what some people have to live with, what some people are dealing with. And we even say it's not their fault. And for the most part, it's not. They're making choices based on what they understand and perceive about the reality that they live in. But what if, as a process of evolution, we come to learn and understand that we can affect that reality and change our perception the more we come to know what is available to us. Right now, we don't know what is available to us. We don't know about our choices and our options. But as we know the truth of existence in the earth sphere, the truth is the reality that we live in is what we believe, what we know, what we think is real, what the things that are around us. This is what is real and true for us. But then we can say, oh, at any time we can say, oh, but wait, you know what? I've decided that this will no longer be true. I have decided this is what will be true. and then undergo the process of elimination. Crucify the flesh, bring yourself into a way of being and practicing what you know, and to more and more realness, so that now when people say, how come you never have any sickness? Because I choose not to. People hate to hear such things. They don't want to hear people say it. They think you're arrogant. They'll be even angry with you for saying it. Because, well, now you've implied that they're sick because they choose to be sick. That's not what you said. But what you said is that you don't choose to be sick, right? But they will immediately turn that stick around and say, what kind of horrible person are you? Now you're saying that I'm sick because I'm choosing. I would never choose this. Well, you're choosing by process of elimination the reality that you know, the reality that comes on TV every day, the reality that has been brought to you by the medical doctors and the medical establishment is that you don't actually have a choice. It's in your genetics. Now it's in your food. Sometimes you might stub your toe and get a staph infection, and now you have to become a victim of those things. So you don't actually have a choice. And so anybody telling you that you have a choice, they need medicine. They're sick. And even as I'm saying that, I want to laugh because I get it. And I say, nope. That's like how they have the secret, law of attraction secret. Well, the secret is when you come to the understanding that these realities exist because we create them in our mind, and in our mind, if they are real, then they are real. And there are studies and evaluations that extend 100 to 200 years and more, possibly, of experimentation on humans and people to say that what I am telling you is true. The people who are in these studies can be shown to come up with all kinds of sicknesses because of the information that has been made available to them. They have been told, this is what you will suffer. And then, so they end up suffering a lot of it. And the people who were told this particular set of circumstances is true for them, they never experience those things. They never get sick. They don't get the disease that everybody else is afraid of. Somehow. When you look at the faith of Christians and Muslims and different religious cultures all around the world, the bad thing doesn't come and happen until somebody comes and says the bad thing is possible. Oh, now this is something that we have to watch out for. A very powerful moment was that movie Apocalyptica with Mel Gibson, that Mel Gibson made. And when the shaman was approached by the young shaman in training about how these other people had been attacked, and they saw them walking through the village being held captive, and the elder shaman said, do not tell the people of the village this, because it will get into their minds, and then we will become visible, and then we will become prey to these people. We could live here forever and they will never even know we're here. It's like that movie with Will Smith called After Earth, where the monster could see you based on your fear. But if you had no fear, you were invisible and therefore could destroy the monster, because he couldn't see who his attacker was because there was no fear. So this is more than philosophy. For me, it's a truth. And my life is about manifesting this reality stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger every single day. I'm evolving just like you. I'm coming from a place where certain things were true, and then I said, no, that will not be true for me anymore. And then I had to exercise my faith. I had to exercise my vision. I had to exercise my mind and my body to stop feeling fear at certain sounds, at certain things happening around me. I'm still learning and growing and teaching myself how to not be moved in this reality. You know, I'm giving you a lot of stuff from scripture, because that's my basis. But a lot of this information, these words are true and applicable. And I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, we must learn to own ourselves, own our world, own who we are. Own our air that we breathe around us, our environment. Nothing can harm us. I have a saying, nothing can harm you that you don't let. If you let it harm you, it will. And if you don't, it won't. But you can only let it happen if you create it to be real in the first place. If you are around situations and circumstances where you can be harmed, and you choose that reality, and then you say, oops, oh no, I'm with these people and this thing is happening. Well, you chose to be in a place where you could be harmed, where bad things can happen. And so now that you have to say, I do not let certain things into my life. I do not allow myself to be in places where I know I shouldn't be, so that I can be harmed or hurt or what have you. So, this talk is going to be shorter today, but I want to leave that with you. This started with tomorrow. Your homework assignment is to think about how you feel about saying that. How do you feel about saying, I choose to be here tomorrow in all of its splendor and magnificence? I choose to wake up tomorrow morning and live tomorrow. How does it feel when you say that? To be honest, when I say that, because I'm growing into this, I've been saying it for a long time because I'm stretching out my wings. But when I say it, what I feel is enmity of the world saying to me, how dare you? How dare you say that? Because now you're implying that so-and-so died because they didn't want to be here. They didn't choose. And it's so much deeper than that. It's not that somebody actually went to bed last night and said, well, I don't really want to be here tomorrow. No, the choice was made way before that, and in a much more passive way. See, that's what I'm talking about. We've got to get out of passive living. I don't say those words anymore. What will be, will be. Well, whatever happens, happens. Let's just be happy and just skip along and just do whatever. And then if something bad happens, well, oh well, whatever. You know, we can't control that. But I'm just going to just be happy and enjoy my family. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm not saying you should be happy and enjoy your family. I'm saying that you should be, I'm going to be happy and enjoy my family, and I'm going to choose that every day we will be safe and we will be protected. We will not be in places when the bad things go down. We will not be in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong folks doing the wrong things. We will be in a place where we will be safe and we will be protected. Always. That's how you choose. I'm going to drive to work today, and I will be safe going to work, and I will be protected, and my car will be safe, and my car will be protected. and I will get to work on time, safely, without a scratch. And practicing doing that, I'm going to go on vacation and I'm getting on this plane, and this plane is going to get to where it's supposed to go safely. I am choosing to be in the right place at the right time. And I trust the universe. I trust that all of the circumstances that are needed to bring me to that place in the way that I would like to arrive will come together so that that can happen. And then when you start talking like that to yourself every single day, just watch. Just watch. Just look around you and be like, okay, so wait, did you see that? Wait, I was going to be there 5 seconds ago, but I wasn't because I was over here because I made this choice. That could have been me. Oh my God. Or that plane crashed. It could have been me, but because I chose this date instead of that date, I wasn't on that plane. Or in the traffic, or wherever, at work that day, when the so-and-so came in mad and decided he was on a rampage, or you didn't eat the burger from the burger joint that day because you decided that that day you were going to eat something healthy, and so you didn't get the salmonella, or the lettuce, or whatever. This is real, people. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. This is the power. This is the glory. This is the most amazing secret ever, is that the secret, okay, law of attraction. Oh yeah, we just think beautiful thoughts and we manifest them. But the other is that you actually have even more power than that. You actually have even more power than that. Is that yes, bad things are going to happen. Yes, we're not telling you they're not going to happen. I'm not saying that. Bad things are happening every single day. Bad things are an entity. Evil is an entity looking for shit to happen and go down. And goodness and love and kindness and safety and protection is also an entity. Death is an entity. And you are always making a choice to be somewhere within these beings' grasps. But when you say, I choose life, I choose the entity of life, of everlasting life, of love, of peace, of prosperity, I choose that. I choose to be on the path where those things are true for me every single day, all the time, every day, in every way. Then no matter what is going on around you, all you have to do is say, I choose life, I choose life, I choose life, I choose life, I choose life consciously, knowingly, and I trust that every single thing happening around me, I trust and I know, the power. I know that as I'm walking down the street, I will walk in the knowing that the circumstances and conditions that are needed to keep me safe, to keep me in prosperity, to keep me healthy will surround me at all times, and I will get to choose every single day. I'll take life. I'll take life. I'll take life. You have to, that's it. And when you start practicing doing that all the time, it becomes automatic. It becomes automatic. And then you will be like a superhuman walking in this world. And it will become so natural for you. It won't even be a hard thing to think about. I choose life. Well, duh. Of course I feel good. Of course I'm healthy. Of course I'm prosperous. Of course. Because it's so natural. And the majority of people will look at you and be like, who do you think you are? Why? Why do you get to be so lucky? It's not about luck. But hey, I'll take it. If that's what you want to speak, I'll take the luck. If that's what you say I got it, because they don't understand why their life is not fair. How come they seemingly don't have those options? They do. They just aren't aware of how to exercise them and to use them and to make them applicable to their life. And up until now, I have been wavering in this reality myself. I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I've had major wonderful things. I've been a gypsy. I've lived in a car. I've been homeless. I've been broke. I won't say I was super rich, but I had some money, And all of a sudden, all these things come to me, and I realize, I said, what am I doing wrong when things are not going good? What am I doing wrong? Why is this not happening for me? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? I'm not choosing this. I should have more. I should be doing better. And this is the answers that come to me. Take more responsibility. Take more responsibility. Gird up your loins and own it without shame. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say and think because you start walking in your power. I got afraid because a few people that you think you cute. Who do you think you are? And somehow energetically, when that happened to me, I diminished myself a little because I didn't want to lose the value of those people in my life, because I felt like, well, that's not fair. I didn't do anything different than what they did, and they're mad at me because I have good things in my life and they're supposed to be my friends. Now they're saying weird little offhanded comments and treating me like this and stuff. And so I said, oh, that's stupid, right? That's dumb. But I have learned that actually, no. First of all, they don't belong in my life. If that's how they feel, if they don't want to ask me more smarter questions like, well, girl, tell me your secret because I want to do what you're doing. Instead, they're saying, well, whatever. Yeah, you don't. And I have a little bit of an intuitive, no, it's not a little, I'm being modest again. I have a really great intuitive gift. I can read people, even the people that say they mean me well. They even try to help me every now and then. But they don't really like me. They don't really value what I'm becoming. They're afraid. And that's something across the board for people who are transitioning into a greater life. That's natural. It happens because the people are not ready to elevate. They don't want you flying off and becoming something great. So they want to hold you down. They think you're leaving them behind. It means something. If you're doing great and they're not, it means what you're saying to them is you're not even saying it out loud, but by your action, you're telling them that they're lazy because they too could have what you have. Because I've said it to, well, if she can do it, surely I can. What in the world? How's she getting up there? We came from the same place. We got the same stuff. We doing the same thing. And she doing that good? What does she do? How come I don't have what she has? Right? Like, who is she? I need to find out what's going on. And that's what they're doing. I need to find out. No, they're not smart enough to say, I want to find out. They're saying, oh, she thinks she's better than us now. Whatever, And then they get lazier out of rebellion. Well, fine. I don't care. Whatever she does, I'm just going to prove to her that I don't have to be out there working and changing my life. I can do whatever the hell I want. They're not going to make me feel bad for being who I am. No, we're not trying to do that because we wanted better. We elevated ourselves, we uplifted ourselves, and we moved on. And because we did this, now you have condemned yourself. You have condemned yourself. And that's how it is. That's how it be. So I got off a little bit. I mean, it's all the same subject, the gift of tomorrow. And prophesying over yourself and speaking your life into existence and owning who you are. In this world and the game of life, we are the masters. Isn't it fun when you realize that life is a game and that you are a player and that you get to decide at some point that you're going to be the best player that there is in this game, and you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. You're going to win some points for yourself so that you can buy yourself some of that new armor and buy that new vehicle and all these new cool fancy things that are gadgets for our enjoyment. We're here for enjoyment and to have a good time and to love and to enjoy nature and to enjoy all the life that is here to be lived. We're here for that. We're not here to suffer. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, suffering exists. It's real. It's out there. But we're not here to do that. Now, you can help people who are suffering. But the best way to help the people who are suffering is to live your life in such a way that they realize that they too don't have to suffer. And that is the mark of God on your life. All the people who are poor, all the people in all the nations all over the world who are poor, they feel so grateful for the gifts and the giving. Oh, this person gave me shoes and clothing and I got school books. But the people who inspired them are the Beyoncés, or the Michael Jordans, are the underdogs who achieved greatness and became super wealthy and live in a castle or do whatever, live in a fancy eco house, whatever. But that's what's inspired. Greatness inspires people to do better for themselves, not free gifts, because people are ungrateful. They get the majority of the people who get the shoes and the clothes and the books and the school, they're not grateful for those gifts. It's the bare minimum of what they can receive for life, and they know it. For them, they just know they got somebody's hand-me-downs. They got some stuff that somebody else didn't want. They got a new computer. But are many of them motivated to actually excel past that? And I don't want to hear about the government's holding them back and holding them down and just all this other stuff. Because yes, while those things are true, it's true for who? Today you can say, well, the government's holding me back. They don't want me to have these things. They've been oppressing us for thousands of years and da-da-da-da-da. And then you could say tomorrow, you know what? Fuck that. That's no longer going to be my truth. I am going to choose a new truth. And the new truth says that's not possible. They can't do that. They cannot. Every person, slave, Harriet Tubman, her truth was, fuck that. And look what she did, because she said, I don't think so. They're oppressing us. No, they ain't, because I'm getting the fuck out of here. And if you want to come, you can go with me. And all the other great people who escaped these situations, they said, no, the new truth for me today is I choose not to do this. I will not be the victim. I will not be the slave. I will not be the person who suffers under this oppression. We could choose to be victims and look out for the victim story. Oh, there it is. Let me get myself in position to be the victim today. Ooh, I can't wait. That whoop whoop. Hey, can you pull over, please, so I can blow your brains out and say that you tried to shoot me with your telephone? Or you could say, no, today I am a blessing to this earth. And they are going to ride on by me. And nothing is going to happen. Because I do not fear them anymore. I will not choose that story for my life. No. It's happening to people, yes. But it doesn't have to, and I'm going to choose today, right now. It will never happen to me or my family or the people that I love. I choose that this will not be our story. And I choose to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, under the right circumstances, so that this will never be my story. Oh, but here's the other thing. What if you do choose to be in the wrong place at the wrong time? Because guess what? You can be diabolical. That shit works both ways. You could say, I don't give a shit. I want to be as evil as I want to be. And guess what? Ain't nobody going to catch me. Because I am bad. And guess what? They don't get caught. In fact, they get collaborators. Because it's the reality that they choose. They make it their truth. Do you see? Just take a moment to let your mind go down into that place. Serial killers don't get caught. You know why? Because they love what they do. They do it with a passion. Some of them do get caught. When they're ready to get caught, they just start getting caught. They get sloppy and they get caught because they're tired. The evil is getting on them so much that they just can't take it anymore. But there are those of them who are out there and they do it. And they're not getting caught. They've never been caught. They died and they didn't get caught. They just died of old age. Because they chose, hey, this is how I want to live. And I enjoy what I do, and so I'm not going to be caught. And they are able to create and exist in a world where they get to do these evil things. It's what you cry and pray every night. Oh God, why do the evil people keep making it? Because they are so evil and diabolical that they decided that I'm going to continue on in my evil ways and I'm not going to get caught. Well, you can create a reality where they don't exist. You can create a reality for yourself where you overcome that. Well, we have to speak it into existence, and then we have to believe it, know it, walk it, live it. But the knowing is the thing. The knowing. Know that, you know what? I know that I know that those things are out there. They exist, yes. But here's what I know. I'm not going to be a victim to it. I'm choosing right now all the circumstances that I need to bring me out of this shit. That's what I will receive. And then you will. Let the process play out. Don't sabotage yourself with bad thoughts and tying yourself into becoming a victim. And guess what? All that shit will disappear. Try it. Just try it. Try it with the little things. Start with the little things. I was walking today in the rain. It was raining. It was like, I could hear the rain. But when I looked at my body, because I was in the process of having this revelation, I wasn't getting rained on. I wasn't getting wet. How did I do that? Well, I'll leave you with that. Your homework is to practice. Practice knowing. Choose something to know. Choose something to make your truth. Know it, live it, speak it every day and every moment. Don't try. Don't hope. Don't wish. Just know it. And practice doing that every day. It's going to take time for you to relieve yourself of the emotions inside your body created by fear. It's going to take some time to get to the place where it just happens, where you're just like, yep. Where it's no longer a thought process, where you're no longer fighting within yourself. It's true, no, it's not. It's true, no, it's not. It's true, no, it's not. Now you can say, this is not real for me. This is not real for me. And all of a sudden, you don't even say that. You don't even have to. It's just natural. It's like getting up and sitting up in bed if you can. It's a natural step. You don't think about sitting up. You just do it. Or getting to the place where it becomes natural, like moving our arms, turning our head, saying hello to ourselves, and taking a shower and washing ourselves. We don't have to think about, okay, now I'm going to put my arm over here. I'm going to wash my body. No, it's a natural. You just do it. And I'll talk to you later.